Welcome to another episode of Math Snacks with Miss Glovely and Miss Wonderful. Today's lesson's on comparing decimals, and this is actually part 1 of 3 parts.
Well, hello again, Miss Wonderful.
Well, hi, Miss Glovely. How are you?
It's really good to see you. I'm glad you're back with me again today.
I love your snazzy purple. You know, K-State's,
K-State's they got to win tonight, so I had to wear purple. Well, today, like you said, we're going to be comparing decimals, and so I've chosen two for you to compare. And your task is to decide whether this number is larger or this number is larger.
That's easy. That's not a problem at all.
I've heard that from you before, though. You have to be careful.
Well, that's easy. 13 is bigger than 4, so 13 is the larger number. This number's larger.
So what does this sign say?
It says 4 is less than 13.
Okay, but what does this decimal point tell us that we have to say after the 4? Now that's the trick.
I know the decimal point means you say and.
It does, if there's something in front. You're absolutely right, but we don't have anything in front of our decimal point today, do we?
No.
So how about if we represent these with a manipulative so that you can see what they really look like?
So what do I say after 4?
Well, this is actually in the tenths place, so this would be 4/10.
I'm kind of visual, so I have to write things down.
I know,
Okay.
So am I. And this one, the last digit, the 13, the 3 in the 13, is actually in the hundredths place, so this would be 1300ths.
So I should read that 4/10 and 1300ths.
That's
okay.
correct.
So 4/10 is less than 1300ths.
Let's see if you're right.
Okay.
Okay. I have a manipulative, base 10 blocks today, and you want to count those for me?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, and how many little squares or little cubes would be in one of those?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10, 20, 30, 40.
Okay. Oh, there's 40 total. Okay.
40 total.
Well, let's count out 13 of these because these are our hundredths.
Okay. Now, how do you know those are tenths and those are hundredths?
Well, that's a good question.
Let me count out 13,
Okay,
and then
you count
but
out
don't
13.
forget that question.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Got to get rid of those.
Okay. I'm glad
They'll
you didn't
confuse
throw
me.
them away like you usually do.
Okay.
Okay.
But I still don't know. How do you know those are tenths and you know those are hundredths?
Well, let's pretend that this piece is the whole number 1.
okay.
This is the whole number 1. And you have
That's
already...
confusing because this is 1.
Well, but we're doing decimals. So today, this is our whole number. Okay? This is supposed to represent one whole thing.
Okay.
Kind of like when we did fractions on a previous episode and we had a whole candy bar. Okay? And it was kind of big. So if this is one whole thing, and we're going to actually change it to the green color instead of the orange color because that will now make us realize that that is like the whole number.
Okay.
And these are fractional or decimal pieces.
Okay.
So this is the whole number 1. And if I lay this on top of this, and you told me there were 10 in this rod, right? In this long. Okay. And
I just saw something.
you did?
Uh-huh. You said these were tenths, and if I look at the whole thing, this is like 1/10 of the entire thing.
It's like a fraction because decimals are just another
Cool.
way to write fractions. You're right.
So
how many
1/10,
how much of the 1 can you cover with the longs that you have?
2/10, 3/10,
Uh-huh.
and 4/10.
Absolutely. But you said something earlier when you counted out 10, 20, 30, 40. There were 40 of the little cubes, correct?
There would be 40 of the little cubes.
Okay.
That would be that size of cube.
Uh-huh. Absolutely.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, so if there are 40 of these, and how many did you have over here?
13.
13 of these. What does that tell you?
Well, I obviously...
Does it cover the same amount of space?
This one's not going to cover near as much space. I mean, I'm going on the other side.
Okay.
But it's not going to cover anywhere close.
To as much as your 4
You know what? I
rows.
think I counted wrong.
Did you count wrong?
I did.
There's
Oh,
10.
nope, you're right. I was thinking...
Oops! They're hard to keep
They
on
are
there.
hard to keep on. But that only takes up like a 10th plus 3 more.
A 10th plus 3 more, and how much did this cover?
That covered up 4/10, a lot more area, a lot more space.
Okay.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, I see a sad face coming on.
Oh no. With teardrops.
Oh no.
I wasn't thinking very straight again.
I didn't mean to trick you.
Okay, I want to redo this.
Okay, you redo
I
it.
want to redo this.
Okay.
4/10 is greater than 13/100.
That is correct. Very good.
Okay.
Did that help you to see that with the manipulative?
It did, because it made me realize that this is really the same as 40/100.
It is. If you wanted to exchange each of those 10 rods, you'd have to use 10 of the little cubes, which, like you said, would make 10 in each row or 40 total.
Cool.
You want to try another one?
Yes, let's try
Because
another
I
one.
always like to leave you on a happy note without that sad face.
Okay.
Let's try another one. Here, you write these numbers for me because I like your handwriting.
Okay.
How about if you tried 7/10, which would be written 0.7.
That would be 7 of those cubes.
That would 7 of the longs. Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. Do you want some?
I
You
do.
want to
I do. I want to make it as I go.
Okay, make it as you go.
7/10.
Here's some
That's
more.
4. That was 4. 5, 6, and 7, and they're tenths because they're taking up. Each of them's taking up 1/10 of this whole.
Whole one
Whole.
long.
Takes 10 of them to make one whole.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, and then the other number I want you to compare it to is 15/100, or 0.15.
15/100. Okay.
Here's some extra.
I'm going to put another mat down for
Okay,
us.
okay.
Okay, 15/100. Well, first, when I just first looked at it, I thought 15's got to be bigger than 7/10. But by using the model, I know this is really, I'm going to just put down a 1/10
Okay.
and 5 ones instead of putting down 10 that
Single
keep falling
ones.
off.
Yeah,
they want to fall
absolutely.
off.
They will.
Okay, so it's very clear to me now that this is really 7/10 must be greater than 15/100.
Absolutely.
Because this is the
I
same
think
as 70/100.
Okay, I'm going to give you one more. Okay.
Wait. Do I get a happy face for
Oh,
that?
okay. You get a happy face.
Okay. Yay.
Okay.
Yay.
You're crazy.
Awesome. Okay.
I'll give you one thumb up. Now, if you can do 2, I'll give you 2 thumbs up.
Okay.
Okay.
I can do it.
Let's
Bring
do
it on.
Okay, let's try this one. This time do 2/10.
Can I flip this over?
You can turn
Nope,
it.
it's not gonna
Nope,
work.
2/10.
2/10.
And on the other mat, I want you to do 35/100.
Well, I know 35 is bigger than 2, but I'm not falling for
You're
that
not going to
one.
fall for that
Not
trick?
going to fall
Okay,
for that trick.
Here's mat 1 and mat
Okay.
2. Okay.
2/10. 2/10. Those are much easier to put on than all those hundreds.
They are.
I'm not going to put 35 of these out because I know that that's 10 of them. That's 20 of those hundreds, and that's 30 of those hundreds. 31, 32, 33, 34,
Help me out.
35. Hey, that one, it is bigger.
It is bigger.
I thought you were trying to trick me because of
Okay,
my...
so how many, if you were going to change this, and like you did on the last one where you made it 70, how much is this one?
That would be 20 of those little ones.
Right, so
20 hundredths.
So you've just discovered something. 2/10 is the same as 20/100.
Cool.
Very cool.
And I can actually see it so much clearer on, you've got to look at the amounts, the size, what we're talking about, tenths or hundredths, not just the number itself.
Not just the numerals.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Are you happy now?
I am happy, but I need another
Oh,
happy face.
I have to give you 2 thumbs up.
Well, I get a huge happy face for that one.
Cool.
Because I got 2 in a row. Well, thank you, Miss Glovely, for straightening me out on my misunderstanding about how to compare those decimals.
My pleasure. I'm glad to help you out anytime I can.
Thank you. Join us for another episode of Math Snacks, where next time we'll be looking at comparing decimals and using money